Pink Flare. My name's Rochelle Ledsmith, and thanks for joining me for this fourth in my series of Christmas in July uh, craft inspirations. I've been sharing some cards with different products across our range. Some have been from the mini catalog, some have been some celebration products, and I can't believe that it's the fourth day. It's gone really fast this week, and I hope you have enjoyed everything that has been shared. I'm just giving a few seconds um, for you guys to say hi and just introduce yourself. If you're new here as well, I like to catch one of you. So my just fair warning, the internet is pretty slow today. I don't know why, so I'm hoping this goes through okay. And just in case, I'm going to record it as well. Just in case something does go a bit dodgy. But I think we will go through. Oh, good. Cross our fingers, huh? Um, I've got a fancy fold for you today, and that's actually what I've. It's a fancy fold by which I got the inspiration from Lisa Curcio. She's one of our US demos, and when I do fancy folds, unless it's like a absolute one off, I I want them simple and but still have a wow factor to it, which I can create easily without too much fuss. So that's what I wanted to recreate, and I think this card is an easy to replicate, where you can really create it simply, and you can embellish it and add things to it as much or as little as you want. But it still adds a bit of a fun opening, which the way it opens. And I want to show you the paper that I've been using. So it's a little bit of a Christmas, it's a Christmas card with a bit of a twist, Aussie flavor to it, I would say. Going a little bit on the summer end as well. I'm using the Design a Day Dream paper, which is a host on our annual catalog. Um, if you have the catalog, it's page 169. So all our host exclusive are available um, there. You'll see for the annual catalog. Sometimes this can be missed because tucked away in a little area, but they are interspersed as well. Our catalog. Just go around and see that. Okay, so you can just see. I'll just move that around. It's just up in that corner there. I'll bring it up, and I'm going to show you the paper as well. So you get, it's 12 by 12 paper. You get um, it's not 12 sheets. It's way more than that. Um, that'll be a catalog correction there because you will see that it's way more than that here. It's the value is 52, but when you're using horse dollars, it's $31. So you won't be able to purchase this unless you have horse rewards. Now, when you get horse rewards, you are not restricted to purchasing only these products. You can get anything in the catalog, but this is one of the things you can get. So I'm just wanting to show you, it is not 12 sheets. There's a whole lot of sheets in here. So that would have been a correction on our catalog. And I'd like to check how many there are. I reckon there's about 48 sheets, something. There's heaps here. So it's got very pretty like colors, a mix of pastels and brights. So and great for if you want to create 3D projects and things. Great for scrapbooking. If you want base sheets, you've got it full 12 by 12s. I'm going to show you the range. That's a cute one, isn't it? I'm trying to show you the mix we've got here. It's a good range of colors as well, so you're not just kind of stuck to one color. And I'll flip them around so you can see. Then more plain, I should say, more single colors. These are very generic, so you could use for guys as well. The simple patterns, some geometrics and things. Lines, always great for those masculine cards. Very simple. Wouldn't that make a great kids card with some pinwheels and things? So a mix of patterns, as you can see. There's a lot of paper in there. So I'll have to have a check how many you get there, but I reckon there's about 48 sheets or something. There's a lot. Now, as to the name of the fancy fold, that's what I'm trying to check for you. I cannot for the life of me recall what this is called, but we'll as we'll work that out, and I will pop that up in my blog post so you can check it out as well, and I will have all the measurements written up for you so you can recreate it, and I will try to say them as I go along as well. So basically you need a quarter of an A4 sheet, so this is 10.5 by 14.8. I'm using Pool Party as my card base. Then I've got 2 pieces of Pool Party. I mean, once you make your first one, you can change it around, but just do one to start off, right? So this one is 9 centimeters by 10 centimeters, and this one is 9 by 9.5. Okay, so you can just cut one 9 by 9 by 7.5, beg your pardon, 9 by 7.5. So if you cut a piece at 9 by 17.5 and then split it down, you'll have your 2 pieces there. So to mat these layers, I have got 2 pieces of DSP. Just for this one, it would be 8.6 by 7.1. So this was, I just used the one with the birds, so it's just Pool Party, and we're going to glue those down. No, we're not yet. I'm trying to jump the gun. Before we do that, we are going to bring our scoreboard or a trimmer, and I am going to score these on the long side at the 1 centimeter mark. Okay, so yours, if you've got a Stampin' Up trimmer, your darker colored blade, or we'll say it's black, is your cutting blade, and your gray would be your scoring blade. So it's not going to cut, it's just going to give you a mark to score. So that's 9 by 7.5, and we're just going to burnish that. And this is 10 by 9, and again at the 1 centimeter mark, and I'll flip that around. So it's going to sit like this. We'll burnish that with our bone folder. So if it's a directional piece of designer series paper, this is where you're going to have to be a little bit careful when you attach it. And I'm going to cut this short because obviously I took into account that extra bit. And I'm going to cut that down by 1 centimeter. Because I took into account that little flat bit, which I don't need. And I'll have all the measurements up for you on the blog. So check that out. It'll be up over the next couple of days. We'll stick that down there. If you haven't got a directional paper, it doesn't matter how it goes. So like that, it wouldn't really matter unless you want those specific markings in the right direction. It's like stripes is generally safe. Something spotty is fine too. So basically looking at this again, this is not Christmassy. We're making it Christmassy, and I said it's with a bit of an Aussie flavour. So you could this could be even a birthday card, minus some elements that I'm putting in. So we've got 2 of our pieces there. Okay. The next piece I have is a basic white piece, and this is what we're going to work on for our focal point. And I've got a blending brush, and the colors I'll be using are So Saffron and Pale Papaya. And we'll start with our So Saffron. And just blend that color upwards. And I'm going to make it darker towards the top. So bring that more color in there. Then I will get the Pale Papaya and run that over towards the top. It adds a bit more depth to that. Now we're going to do a bit of die cutting, and I'll be using the Tree Lot dies. Now this is a free product in our Sale-A-Bration range, and this is free with a $180 purchase. We'll be using the Caravan, and this is a bit that gets cut out for the Caravan. I'll also be using the little wreath and the bow for the wreath, in this case for the wreath. We want this tree and this one. So a little bit of die cutting to do, and we'll get that all done. And once you do that, it's quite a quick card to make. So I will die cut the Caravan or the camper from it's actually from Pool Party. We'll do the tree from Pau Pizzazz. The outline, so that's the tree. This is which sits on top of the tree. So just some detail. And I can also die cut just getting ourselves all sorted out. And a bit of red for our bow. And lots of bits and pieces, huh? And I think just making sure this is which piece is what. So we can use this to die cut our little bit of the caravan. So we've got all our bits for die cutting. So everything's set to go. That little wreath, just be careful with that. It's easily going missing. Saves me, and I'll be the first one to lose that. And the bow is even tinier. So we can put a few of these together. So let's see what we can do. We can put maybe a little bit of caravan, the top and the bottom in here. And we'll get that in there. If you're watching this on replay as well, just leave me a comment. If you're watching on YouTube as well, I'd like to hear from you. Just like to hear what you think, whether you like this card. If you tried, let me know. It's definitely a fun. I like the fact that it's easy to put together, and all these elements are additional. We'll be putting together the card, and you'll see how easy it is. It's no fun if it stresses you out, if it's too difficult to unfold, and then it's just too much. Now we'll die cut that tree outline. You can have that without the base, but just for this project, I like the look of that. Our wreath. Good, and you could do a string of just these bows on a card. That'll look cute. Lots of little elements that you can use on a card. It just you don't have to use the big things in dies or stamps. Look at all those little bits that come with it. See how that's very sweet. That we have some puffy paint too that fluffs up. So in our catalogue, that'll look nice on that with some snow. But that wouldn't quite go with my Aussie card today. No snow. I've got the sunshine in my background, so I can't have snow. Well, I'm trying to work out our Aussie heat. There's our little boy. It's tiny, isn't it? I might stick that bow down on that. Now you can put a glue dot, which is what I did on my original, but I might go the glue only because the glue dot, unless you want to cut it or crunch it up a bit, it's, believe it or not, it is too big, the mini glue dots for this. Just the glue, a little bit of glue would work for this. Crafting tweezers would help. I meant to get mine. with these sort of little bitsy bits. Bitsy bits. Oh no. Sounds good. Alright. Next, we'll assemble our tree. Again, you can use your adhesive sheets. I cut this out of an adhesive sheet, but I'm a sucker for punishment, and here I am putting my glue. Yeah, I find it easy though. It is, if you just dab on little dots, you can use a sponge and just sponge on this glue. Because I just find it easier with this sometimes. Unless I really think about it, then I'll use my adhesive sheets. But sometimes I'll just cut it before I've even thought about what I'm doing with it. It's a last minute Rochelle, like, you know. And if you're worrying that it's gonna go all over, just leave it for a few seconds, and then sometimes it doesn't, it just gets tacky enough without having to spread all over the place. And that dries clear, so you don't have to worry about it. Now, let's see. We've got our caravan. Oh, and I did want to do another bit in. I'll die cut another part. I meant to cut this. I want the wheel in white, so I want to color it in. So I'm just going to die cut that bottom bit. I meant to do that. It's a bit of paper piecing. If you've done paper piecing before, it's just putting it all together and sticking it down. But I think this is really cute, this camper. So the Trees for Sale stamp set is in the mini catalog, and it coordinates with the tree lot dies, which is in the Sale-A-Bration catalog. Now, Sale-A-Bration products are available while supplies last. If you haven't heard, the pool party and soft seafoam cards have gone. They are sold out. So things like this, which coordinate specifically with the stamp set, are probably high demand. Like, I don't know what is selling or anything like that. But we just, when that other one sold out, we just got to know that. So I can put that aside for now, and I just need this little what do you call wheel. I'm just gonna cut that, and I'm giving myself a bit of extra, so I have something to glue onto, right? Just a little bit of glue, and we'll stick that wheel down. I need some glue there too. So the tweezers in an embossing additions kit would come in real handy here. But just flip that around, make sure it's aligning, and nothing visible there. Next, we've got these two bits, which we cut out with this. Okay, so that cuts out the two different sections. So one goes up there and one goes at the bottom here. So we'll just glue that. Who's loving the caravan or the camper van? Do you like it? It's very sweet. It's reminiscent of holidays and things. I think it's perfect for our summer holidays. And let's go over that wheel. this we'll just tuck in there. So it comes with all that detail. When you die cut it, it has all that embossed panels. It looks like the real deal. Got Smoky Slate here, the stamping blend. It did this weird. I've been using this so much. I think I need a new one. So I'll use my, you see that the whole ink cartridge came out. It did that to me before. I've only had it since it first came out. And that's a long time. The next week's order is going to have that in it. Okay, so now we want a little wreath, this teeny tiny wreath over there. For this now, I could use my glue dot, but you still got to make sure that it's not visible under that. So you just pick it up with your wreath and then just fold it in. Then just put it like that. So we've got our little bits ready there. I'm getting my sentiment. I want to use my stamp apparatus when I'm stamping on this. I don't, after doing all that, I don't want it to stuff up if I can help it. If it does, we'll just get another piece of cardstock and stamp over it. Okay, so I have got the So Very Merry from the Trees for Sale stamp. I'm just using the same stamp set. And so use the little spongy mat that comes with this. This sentiment fits right across. Sorry, if you are leaving comments, it's I'm not getting them, so I will get to them. I noticed it was just taking a while to tick over with comments. And we just pick up our stamp and then we'll stamp it. Now, ordering special is on till the 31st of July. Shop with me, and any orders of $150, you will get the Festive Pearls. So I've had some orders come through. Thank you, and you will get those. Those who have placed an order of $150 are going to get those beautiful Festive Pearls with the 4 colors. They're pearls on it. Really nice. Orders over 90, you're going to also get those a Sale-A-Bration Reward. That's a double bonus, and you get a PDF tutorial bundle from me that's got 30 tutorials for July. So any orders over 90. Those tutorial bundles are a wealth of ideas. It's got photos, it's got cutting measurements, it's got lots and lots of inspiration in those tutorial bundles. You can buy them. Buy it. It's available for $28, but if you can get it for free when you place an order of $90. So we've got our sentiment all stamped, ready to go. God, what's this? Stay on there. All right. Let's bring in all the little bits and pieces. So this is our card base, which is a basic quarter of a sheet of cardstock, so it'll fit nicely in an envelope. I'm gonna stick that in the middle, and these are just gonna stick on top there. This is the silver and gold paper in our Sale-A-Bration catalog. Now you can stamp on this center bit, like put a sentiment. If you don't want to write much, stamp a nice sentiment, and then you can just write a little bit, or if you have then all this space to write, if you want to write a longer message. Then we'll glue this. So that just gives some interest. Now, for the little fold we're going to make, so remember those little 1 centimeter flaps that we had on the side, which we've creased over? We're going to have that sitting like this. And this one's going to sit like this. So you want your glue to be here. So I will be using liquid glue. You can use your Seal or Seal Plus. This is my preferred glue. You want to make sure, I would start this way. Make sure that it's centered. So you've got your little, the sides up even. And then bend it and then crease it. Okay. And now I'm going to repeat on the other side in the same way. Put your glue there. Gonna stick that down there. Again, you're centering. So just burnishing it gives you a nice, makes it doubly sure that it's right. This piece is just going to stay on that. I think this would be nice to send to overseas family or friends. Little bit of your home, say, bit of a summer look about it. The birds remind me of being on the beach. Cut that in half. I'm first going to put, we want this to sit here, but I'm going to put my tree first. So when you add your dimensionals, put it on towards your right so that when you flip that over, you can't see it on the other side. And then I'm just going to put my wheel down there. You want it to be towards the bottom, like on the ground, if you can. And we'll add some little gems. These are, do you see back sequins and gems? They come in different shapes too. So you've got the, yeah, those are the gems. Different colors. So I like these ones. I think they're so nice. I might cover up that little, see, I've got a bit of red there, but I don't think it matters. Okay. And one there. If it drew a little bit of attention away from that, okay. So you don't need to decorate as such inside. You can stamp inside, but it's got that designer series paper, which pretty much gives that nice look about it. And then you open that out, open it out, and that's the card there. If you wanted to, you can add another tree there. Just decorate it how you want, add and embellish as much as you like. I hope you have liked that. So that I'll show you. It just fits in a regular card, an envelope, sorry, because that's just the regular card front size. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I will try to answer them for you. And make sure you check out my blog. I will put that up over the next couple of days with all the measurements. Newsletter subscribers, you're going to get yesterday's card as well in your newsletter, and I will also include this one as well, so you get them both. So you have a ready reference for them. This is a really quick fun fold once you get making it, and I really like it. It's the first time I've made this one, and I would recommend if you want to get into fun folds, it's a good one to start as well. All right. So tomorrow, join me again. Trying to get myself back, and it's a bit slow. Join me again tomorrow. It's Friday. Maybe some weekend, just prior to the weekend, just a bit of relaxing. Yeah, it's a bit, Caroline, I just get a message. It's a bit fiddly with the various components. Yes, I reckon the caravan had bits and pieces. You could definitely substitute that perhaps with something much more. If you didn't want to cut those bits and put in there, you can maybe just leave it with the tree, or just something much simpler, or just stamp an image, perhaps even the penguin or something. You can change that up to make it simple. The elements would remain the same, but you can perhaps make it a bit more simpler, just do the stamping. I think the caravan had just the bits and pieces there on it to put together. But the card base, I would say, is quite easy to put together. I will have those measurements up for you anyway, so you can easily do that. Yeah, definitely give it a try. See how you go, and message me if you have any issues and want to try it and it's just not working out or something, and I'll be happy to help you, any of you, with that. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow. If you want to place an order, always message me. If I am not answering, it's purely because I am at my day job. But I will get back to you in the evening and help you out. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. And I look forward to catching up with you tomorrow. Bye-bye.